That's the idea. Now on the count of 1, 2, 3, you're going to leave. 1,
With Magical Milton, a captivating documentary film by Fahim of Milton, Ontario.
I'm a visual artist and a filmmaker, and I love Milton.
During the past 5 years, the beauty of the town of Milton has impacted Fahim so much that he was inspired to make Magical Milton, a documentary film on the town.
People Helping People is a film that celebrates the incredible humanitarian work of the International Development Relief Fund. More than just providing aid, IDRF's mission is to give every person a dignified life and provide sustainable development solutions for future generations. The film has been shot in Canada, Istanbul, Turkey, and the Turkey-Syria border. Steadfast, The Messenger and the Message is a powerful and inspiring documentary film that celebrates the trailblazing journey of Jean Augustine, the first Black woman elected to Canada's House of Commons.
Of our province and of Canada.
I left Iraq and came with my mom when I was 13.
Coming to Canada was a big chance for both of us.
Who would have thought a young boy who immigrated from a small village would go on one day to serve in our House of Commons.
I literally started from the beginning and worked my way up.
Our grandfathers, our parents who have come before us, they have chosen this country.
This gives us an opportunity to start our life for what we wanted.
I think my eyes were just widened and opened. I saw neighbors doing grocery shopping for each other, checking in on seniors.
Multiple people coming together, hugging each other, smiling with each other.
So imagine you are living a war zone, you are living your home, and you are welcome by tourists, but home. I felt myself that I'm proud to be here. The story of Rida and Joseph and there's so many people who came here and now they have established themselves, how they were welcome and how they all contributed here. So we have hoped to have this premiere at the TIFF Bell Light Box on 23rd of April hopefully, and Humanity is going to be presenting this project at the TIFF Bell Light Box. And the poster which you saw here, this is the main poster. We have every mentioned here. And I really appreciate Uwais Iqbal and Rida Chimran to be on my side all the time, supporting me. And it has been almost 2 years that I've been working. And we had the challenging times of COVID, but everybody understood. Our patrons were, they had the patience to wait for this. And this is the right time to do it. But thank you so much. This is a very short notice program, and whatever we are doing here is just to make everybody be familiarized with the project, with celebrating the great Canadian values. As long as we continue celebrating the great Canadian values, we all will be very happy.
Behind it, but whether it's O-Base or Magid or others supporting it, you've created something beautiful, and we know this is going to be a very successful film. Nice to see the longest standing mayor in the GTA, Mayor Krantz, here as well. And I see you brought your MP to Brampton too, so good. Adam, it's great to have so many people from across the GTA supporting this this launch. The message is about inclusion, and we can all learn from that. You know, it's really easy to point out the negative. I think it's important to also celebrate the beautiful aspects of what we saw during a difficult period. And boy, there were so many Canadians that rose to the occasion. We saw that in Brampton. And so to Fahim, to really underline some of the stories of selflessness, of working with your neighbors and working together as a community, coming together as Canadians. Thank you for that effort. And for those not from Brampton here today, welcome back to Brampton. Deepak, know that it's great to see you celebrate this wonderful initiative, and congratulations again, Fahim.
That actively disengages the misinformation, disinformation kind of world that we live in today, a world of polarization. I think Majid Kazmi's words were very, very eloquently said. As he opened up this event, really appreciate that adding to what our history is. Because a generation from now, 2 generations from now, these are the stories that people will rely on to understand what the world went through in a global pandemic.
Sorry, can I just invite my colleague Adam Vancouver to join me, please? Sure.
Right, which drives us towards the good, which makes our mental health well. But when? Only when we consult. We all have angels within. When we consult with our angel, our actions are not only good for ourselves, our actions are good for the community, our actions are good for our family as well.
Realizing qualities, of course, I'd like to think right now you're going to read a little bit of both. First of all, it's too bad that Patrick had to leave. I'm well aware that I'm in the city of Brampton, but I go back to that film that Fahim, that you had me quite involved in, and that's Magical Milton. I've said many times, and of course, tongue-in-cheek quite often, there's only 2 types of people in this world. Those of us that are Miltonians, and those of you who wish you were. That's really the only difference. With me today as well, joining me is one of my colleagues on council, Councillor John Chalmers. John, give it away. When everything goes well, I like to take all the credit. When things don't go well in Milton or Dalton, people like John that I work with can take all the blame. So it's a great working relationship that I have with many people. And of course, my MP, Adam Vancouver, and of course is right over there as well. Adam and I work very closely together.
Always talks about creating legacy. And I always, whenever my wife Aruna, which by the way she's a documentarist as well, when we talk about things, we look back. Many of us, when we were growing up, we used to have a piece of chalk and a board, and that's how we started our life. We moved on to the books, to the those pagers, those little pocket phones and stuff. And if you go back and tell your children that we used to write on those things,
one of the things I was blessed with was a fairly good voice. I don't need the microphone. Fahim, why don't you get over here, please, with me? And I promise not to cut you, but you got to get your hands on these scissors as well, because your fingerprints are all over this. Okay? Now, everybody when we do the 1, 2, 3. Cut. Angels within. Did I get that right? Release the angels within. Leave that, okay? I almost messed it up there, so. Did everybody get that? Yeah. Okay. Hey, get over here. Now, one of the things, if you ever think about being a politician, you have to face the camera, okay? Now, you gotta get in here. That's the idea. Now, on the count of 1, 2, 3, you're gonna leave. 1,